Hey, welcome back to another episode of Tune Quest. Today we're looking at Sunshine and Rain by Kali Uchis. Let's get started with the verse chord progression. It goes like this. Okay, so this is nice and easy, right? In the left hand we have octaves. Okay, so we start with a G octave and we're just descending through F, E, all the way down to D, and then up to an A. Okay, so that's nice and simple for the left hand. Now the right hand is following the left hand with these chords, okay? So we first have this G major, and we're just playing triads here, right? G major, F major, E minor, D minor, and then for that final chord we have this. Your thumb is on G, and your middle finger is on C, okay? So that's the chord progression with both hands. Now what I find interesting about this chord progression is that it uses a technique that I like to call shape shifting, where you've got a shape in the hands, okay? So look at this G major triad. We've got this shape in this right hand, and all we're doing is lifting it up, shifting it to the left, and then playing, okay? This is a concept I call shape shifting, and it's just an interesting way to like construct your hands and play chords. That's kind of one of the ways that chords work, but that's how this chord progression goes with both hands. Okay, now let's look at playing the melody with these chords, okay? So to keep it simple, to get started, we're just gonna use these octaves, right? Octaves is honestly such a powerful left-hand technique. It keeps things so simple and it always sounds good, especially if you're playing these octaves down here, okay? So let's take a look at the first main melodic idea for the verse. It goes like this. Okay, so this is an idea that I like to call the 5-note scale, right? It's just 5 notes, right? If you put your thumb on A and your pinky on E, all we're doing is just descending down and then going up again and then C, D. Of course, to start, we're playing the E 3 times, like that. So that's what's going on here for the first melodic idea. With the left hand, it looks like this. Already sounds good, already sounds like the song, right? Now the second melodic idea goes like this. Okay, so that's just B and C alternating, starting on C, like that. And our second finger plays that G, sometimes the thumb plays that F. Like that, okay? Now again with the left hand. Okay, so that is the main two, those are the two main melodic ideas in the right hand. Let's take a look at some different ways that we can play the left hand. Well, the first thing that we can do, instead of playing these octaves, is we can play the triads that we looked at before in the right hand. Right, we can just play those triads in the left hand like this. Take a look. Okay, with the melody. Okay, so those are two ideas. The next thing we can do is we can use arpeggios, okay? So with the octaves, we can use this arpeggio called the root 5 octave 5, okay? So for the G, we've got root, and then the fifth of the G is D, and then octave 5. And then we do the same thing for F, root 5 octave 5, root 5 octave 5, root 5 octave 5. At speed, right? It's like this. It creates a lot of movement, right? So with the melody. Okay, so that's the first thing. That's the first way you can arpeggiate this. And then the other thing is to arpeggiate these triads, which is simply to go up and down. Like that. Up, down. Okay, with the melody. Okay, so this is a skills-based approach to the piano and the keyboard, right? And that's how I like to teach and play music on the piano and on the keys, because it's always good to kind of play music and your favorite songs in your own kind of way and to express your own thing on them. But in order to do that, you need to unlock the skills of the piano, right? What I call the basics, you know, triads, arpeggios, finger dexterity, all of these things, right? These are the skills that we can actually use to express ourselves on the piano. And I teach a skills-based approach in Unlock the Keyboard Pro. So if you're interested in that approach to learning the keys, definitely check out that system, okay? So that is essentially the verse. Now, there is kind of this pre-chorus lead-in where we go down and write on this D minor, like this. And then we have this idea, okay? So we just ride on that D minor for a little bit, and then we have the descending chords, okay? Whereas the melody goes A, G, E, D, C, E, F, E, okay? So that is the pre-chorus going into the chorus. Why? Because we descend from that D all the way down to C, the start of our chorus, which looks and sounds like this. Okay, so I love the chorus of the song. It's just, maybe that is the sunshine. It sounds so good. It sounds so happy and joyful in my mind. So let's take a look at what's going on here. Firstly, we start on this C major chord, okay? Again, we've just got that C octave to start us off, and then in the right hand, we've got a C major triad in its second inversion, which basically means that the fifth of the chord, G, is on the bottom, okay? And what we're doing in the left hand is we're using the stride technique. Okay, so we're playing the octave, and then we're jumping up to play this little chord here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. And then every now and again, I do these little movements, okay? Just adds a little bit of extra something to the chords that you play in the piano, right? And on the right hand, 1, 2, pinky goes up to play that G. That's the melody. Okay? That repeats. Da, da, da. Left hand goes down to a G. Right? Now, in the right hand, I'm kind of keeping the same structure of the chords, okay? Melody goes... Okay? Okay? Da, da, da. Okay. Da, G, A... D, 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 C. As for the left hand, I'm just jumping up to, you know, we're starting with that octave, and then we're jumping up and playing D and G. So again, slowly from the start. Sorry if I'm going too fast. Okay, and then we land on this. Okay? Firstly, we start with this F and this A before the left hand drops. These two notes are the third and the fifth of D minor when it lands, okay? And then the right hand goes C, D, E, and then A, A, C. In the left hand, I'm using the same stride technique. We're just going up from this octave to this octave, and then doing this little bounce octave, octave, bounce, octave, okay? Now this same idea repeats as the left hand goes up to F. This time, for the stride thing, I'm going here, up to this C. Bounce thing, C. Okay, so let me play that whole thing slowly. And sometimes I'm playing this, kind of this, whatever the note the thumb is on, I'm playing that to fill in these little gaps. It adds a bit of movement. And then going back into the second half of the chorus, I like to do this kind of half step kind of walk up thing. Okay, it's where you walk up from a whole step below your target. So our target is C, and we're going from B flat, B, C. Right? And then we go back into it. This time, the melody, when we go to G, right, it goes E, G, A, B, A, G, A, G, E. Okay? So... right? And then we have this. Okay, so this time, when we land on that D, we're playing this. A, C, and F. The melody. Okay? And then to finish it off, instead of finishing on F, we finish on A. And we have that melodic idea again. Okay? Hopefully that wasn't all over the place, and hopefully you got that chord progression. Because this chorus is like the best thing to play in this song, I'm just gonna play the whole thing for you slowly so you can kind of go through it. Okay, and then we go back to the top. Okay, so that is how to play Sunshine and Rain, and yeah, I hope this tutorial was helpful. Definitely let me know how you went. If you want personal one-on-one guidance, I do offer one-on-one coaching and a whole bunch of other stuff. There is a free community you can join down there. There is also a paid community for a full system for unlocking the keyboard. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.